the name you might know me by. Star-Lord. Who? Star-Lord, man. Legendary outlaw?
Hi, I'm David.
And I'm Sam.
And last night we saw Guardians of the Galaxy, and we loved it.
We super loved it.
Yeah, and I love all the Marvel movies. This is definitely just like Pixar, like a stream of just great movies, one after the other.
Yeah. Well, this is certainly Phase 2 has stepped it up so significantly, and I think it's pretty arguable. You could certainly make a convincing argument that this is the best Marvel movie so far. And that's a hard thing to say after Captain America 2, Thor 2, Avengers, Iron Man 3. They have ramped it up so significantly, and it really gets you jazzed for the next one.
I mean, one of the biggest differences, though, is, for instance, Captain America is a really famous character, whereas these characters, Rocket Raccoon, Drax the Destroyer, I think not everyone really knows about them, and I think Guardians of the Galaxy didn't really sell that many comic books. In fact, it wasn't being published for a long time, so I think it almost has that against itself, but then it sort of skyrockets past it, which proves how great the movie is, because you don't need to know much about these characters, and you can still enjoy the hell out of it.
Well, let's jump right into it. So first of all, it doesn't really feel like any of the Marvel movies, which have all had the bonus of we're building on a world that more or less you recognize, and if you didn't recognize it, you've had 2 movies to get used to it. This is completely new. It is the weirdest thing they've done so far. It feels like so much more of a Star Wars movie than the last 3 Star Wars movies that came out. But just from the standpoint of character likability and people doing things that make sense, I mean, this movie is not that plotted, it's not intensely...
Yeah, there's a straight MacGuffin that everyone is trying to get the gem, or the stone, and then that's kind of everything revolves around that.
Yeah, it's straight through, but that doesn't matter because it's so character-driven.
Yeah.
And you like all these people and you like seeing them interact, and it's done so naturally and so well. James Gunn just totally knocked it out of the park. And it does feel like those cool space opera adventure films of which, 2009 Star Trek reboot by J.J. Abrams, that felt very much in the, kid who grew up watching Star Wars vein, and that's exactly what this feels like.
Yeah, we saw it IMAX 3D, and it was beautiful to look at. I mean, there's so many things, just in the background of, just alien creatures and such. And there is a lot of Star Wars. There's a few other Star Wars references. I think there's sort of the Han Solo and Chewbacca relationship is a little bit similar with Groot and Rocket Raccoon.
Yep.
And then I feel like Peter Quill is also a Han Solo.
It's a movie with a ton of Han Solo.
It's basically 2 Han Solos.
It's mostly Han Solo. You remade Star Wars and it was only Han Solo, and Han Solo was like, great job, Han Solo. Don't get cocky, Han Solo. It would be this movie.
That's a great movie.
And that is a great movie, and you would watch it a million times. The fact that Chris Pratt, who's the heart and soul of the movie, had not anchored a picture like this before.
Yeah, we're used to seeing him in Parks and Recreation, and then we recently saw him in Zero Dark 30, where he definitely buffed up.
Yeah. But also Dave Bautista, never been in a movie this size before. If Avengers is a movie about heroes who are winners, this is a movie about a family who are losers.
Yeah.
And it's just as, if not more, enjoyable, I loved it. I think there were a couple of amazing set pieces.
From a technical standpoint, it's beautiful to look at. I mean, the motion capture is great. The characters are so well-timed with humor, I think, and I think everyone has something they can relate to with a different Guardian. Personally, I just really loved Rocket Raccoon. He was my favorite. Sam, who's your favorite Guardian?
Probably Star-Lord. I really think that was the coolest dude.
He is swagger on swagger.
Oh and yeah. You have a feeling that back on board his ship, he probably has racks on racks on racks. And stacks on stacks on stacks.
And Drax on Drax on
Drax. And Drax on Drax on Drax. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't come up with that.
So yeah, I mean, the humor in this movie is definitely one of my favorite things, as well as the fact that we finally get to see Thanos.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And we really get to see him. I was surprised by how much he was in the movie. Let's not say anything to spoil it.
So we won't do any more spoilers beyond that. We're going to wrap it up now.
So be sure to click here to buy tickets. It doesn't work for us because we're in this, but for you it would work. So I'm going to go see it again this weekend. I would certainly recommend it to anybody. Be sure to subscribe. Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, who your favorite Guardian is. What do you think of the movie? Just let us know. We want to know what you think of the movie and whatnot.
All right, awesome. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sam.
And I'm David. Thanks for watching.